What happens if you stop making those excuses and you stop telling yourself all these reasons why you can't have the things that you want to have, the person that you want to be? You can't have the life that you want to live. It's really all about the stories that you tell yourself and how you believe them to be true. And it really isn't too difficult to reprogram that either. We have so many flies. Also, oh my goodness, Ladybug, you are covered in flies. Okay, well, say hi to her from over here. I have such wonderful news for you guys. If you know, you know. Ladybug was the beginning of this whole thing that I've been sharing about for a while now on this channel, this fundraiser for these horses that we're saving. She was the first one because I fell in love with her. And then in order to really, I love you, but you've got too many flies, my girl. Also, this is Zima here, my little girlfriend. So I can't say that the deal is done yet, but it looks like we're almost done here. It looks like we might have been approved. We might be able to sign the contracts and be done with this, but you guys know the process of this has been all over the place, and so I don't want to get too excited. I don't want to celebrate with you all yet, but it's looking like it could be done soon. Can we go somewhere else without flies? Come in. Come on. Bye, Ladybug. So that's very, very exciting. And so I wanted to go deeper onto this topic today of not believing these stories that are keeping us back from living in the life that we want to be living, in the chosen timeline that is so available to you. Like, I want to reiterate this so much. Everything, sit here, everything that you want, it's not only available to you, it's happening already. It's a matter of allowing yourself to have it. And why don't we allow ourselves to have it? Because of the programming, because of the conditioning. And you're not a victim of that. You come to Earth, you chose to be in this time, in this perceived reality here on Earth as we're shifting and so much is changing. You know, we got to experience this huge thing where technology was born, and we all kind of like lost ourselves in it, and we lost what it meant to be present and on this earth and in our body. And now we're kind of waking up to the fact that like we have a purpose and a reason for being here on Earth. And we get to choose to come back home to ourselves, and we get to choose to live in peace and to have a life that is actually fulfilling. And we don't have to be a slave to the system anymore. We don't have to live life the way that people tell us we have to live life. We don't have to work so hard that we're completely drained and have no life force energy. Like, when you are like that, it's really good for the system, because then you just feed into it and you allow other people to make money off of you. But you came here to live. You came here to experience this world, to experience everything that you can experience. It really comes down to no longer making stories and excuses of why you can't have this. And sure, it might seem hard to do that, but the biggest thing that you can do is bring awareness around everything. And so if you're not meditating, I would suggest that you start meditating. And really the goal with meditation is then to bring it into your life, into your reality. Zima is so happy over there. Hi. Are we so happy? You're such a good dog. We're so bonded. She just patrols the farm and like watches over me and watches over my van and loves Arlo. Super, super sweet. But you get to decide what's true for you. And when you start to realize why you have these stories and these conditionings about yourself and your life and the world, I would recommend you don't go into this place of like victimhood about it. Like, wow, how could I be taught this? How could this be real? This isn't fair. The world's not fair. No, you get to have this experience. You get to break these patterns. You get to wake up. You get to show other people how to wake up. You don't have to talk about it. You don't have to make it your life purpose. Maybe you do want to. Either way, your frequency, your vibration will be contagious to other people. It will help other people wake up. It might be very triggering. It might make people push you away, but eventually that helps them in their own process too, of waking up and getting to experience the life that they want to experience and grow in the ways that their soul wants to grow. But bringing awareness around everything allows you to start really looking at this. It allows you to get honest with yourself. What do you say about money? What do you say about your dream job? What do you say about that thing that you really want to be doing, that life that you really want to be doing, like where you get to just work maybe like 3 hours a day, work as in like doing the thing that lights you up and feels really good to you and gives you life force energy and feels fulfilling and like makes you feel like you are living your purpose and your mission and you're being service to others in a way that like feels good to you too, fills others' cups and fills your cup too. Like that is all possible. And that's why you're here on earth. If you're watching that or this video, I feel like this is really why you're here on earth, is to wake up to the fact that you can have everything that you want. You can be in peace. You can live in peace. And you can also help the world. You can help the world in this shift, and you can have fun. You can travel. You can enjoy good food and dance and have wonderful people in your life. You can have the best love of your entire life. You know, you can have family. You can have the best animals. You can travel. I said travel, but you can live in a foreign country if you want. Like everything is possible to you. You can make money doing what you love doing. And it doesn't have to be hard. It actually can be very easy. But we have to start looking at what we're telling ourselves. Like what comes up when I just said all that? What came up for you? And what stories came up? Like, oh, what I've tried before and it didn't work, or, you know, yeah, like I see other people doing it, but like I just can't figure it out, or, you know, I just don't like doing social media, so it's hard to promote my business, or whatever the story is. And then looking at it and saying, why do I tell myself this? And, you know, maybe it's directing you in a way to that you need to go, but if it doesn't feel like the truth, you can say, I choose to only believe in things that are of the highest truth. You can do EFT tapping on it. You can do a round around that belief, that pattern. You can start to alchemize it, diffuse it, and start to bring the truth through it. The truth, what I know to be true, is that you can have everything that your soul wants. You're an infinite being having this human experience. Nothing is off the table. Everything is already happening right now within the quantum field. You get to choose with your free will where you want to be in this perceived reality. And the more you stop believing in the unconscious and you stop believing in these things that feel like lack and worry and fear and shame and guilt and all the things that don't feel like unconditional love and infinite abundance, when you start to look at everything and be like, oh, that's not real. When I started doing this work, I had a situation with a lady, and pretty much it was like bringing up that there would have been like a big medical bill. She was like blaming Arlo for something, like knocking her over when it was another dog. And she's like, I want your information and like blah, 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 and all this stuff. And I was like, wow, like if I wasn't doing this work, like I would have fear. I would, you know, fear a big bill. I would be angry because like it's not even his fault and she's not listening, and I would feel like a victim, and I would feel like all these things. But I was also observing how this opportunity came up for me so that I could bring that awareness into that experience and alchemize it by saying, I know the truth. I know the truth in this experience, and I know that this isn't real. I know that this isn't real, but that this is like a projection of what's going on within my subconscious still, so that I can clear it, that I can clear the cobwebs and continue to move towards my chosen timeline where I get everything that my soul wants. And I landed in this place that I didn't even realize, because my mind was so in control over my perceived reality and my choices. I didn't even really realize that this is exactly where I wanted to be. And so I got here by saying, I choose what my soul wants. I choose this, or I choose what my soul wants. Like if I feel like I know what it is that I want, I choose this. But then you also put it in to your choice, your order from the infinite possibilities, that it has to be in alignment with the truth of who you are. And then allow that to be a surprise to you by surrendering to the process, by letting go of attachment, by no longer believing in the unconscious, and let the magic happen. It's an incredible, incredible process. So really just take inventory over what you're telling yourself, these stories, these limiting beliefs, and set yourself free. So I'm so excited to tell you guys soon the news, once we have the news, but it seems like it's really about to happen. So again, thank you so much for your generosity, for your support, for all your comments saying long live Ladybug and her friends and family. Like, this has been such a beautiful experience, and it was my dream as a kid to work with animals and to be in animal welfare. And there were limiting beliefs that were programmed into me, people saying, you know, out of loving care, but that if I wanted to work with animals, I had to be a vet, and that was the only way that it would be possible. Everything else doesn't make money. I didn't realize that, you know, I could be doing this because I love doing it and spending my time here because I enjoy doing it, while also making money other ways, doing the things that I love. I didn't even realize that this timeline was possible because I was young. But for so long, I put it off. I just told myself it's not possible for me to work with animals. I was told I wouldn't like being a vet because I had to put animals down. I was told, you know, there was no way to make money, so I couldn't have it. I couldn't be around animals. I had to do other things. I had to go be a fashion designer or a PR person or a marketing professional or, you know, graphic designer. Like, I was telling myself all these things, but now I'm like, anything's possible. Anything's possible. I just choose to follow my joy and curiosity. And if that looks like finding a Facebook post online that says something about horses in Italy and I just go, then I'll do that. And I'll see where that takes me. But that meant letting go of a lot. That meant letting go of all these limiting beliefs. It meant letting go of my attachment to things that came from lack and fear of lack. Like, when I was going through that process for 3 months before I decided to solo travel Europe and buy a van and travel with my dog, when I was leaving California, I was, you know, going through all my things and being like, I can't let this go. I love this thing. But then, like, a day later, I would look at it again and I would say, why am I so attached to it? And then I would be like, oh, because it's out of lack. I would ask myself, can I buy this again at another store? Like, do they still sell shirts at stores? I'm like, oh yeah, they do. I don't need it. I don't need pillows. I don't need this. I don't need that. I was like, I really don't need much. I want to get rid of all these things that I'm holding on to so tight to make space. And this can be physically, this can be emotionally, this can just be, you know, energetically, spiritually. Just letting go and allowing yourself to make the space for what's trying to come in, and letting go of everything, including the stories that you're telling yourself. So that's the message. If you would like to join any of my programs, I have 21 days to rewire your mind. That is a lot of what we're talking about. We do EFT tapping, we do visualizations, we do our chosen timeline, we move towards it, we work through the unconscious, we do energy healing. We have 21 days to know your divine guidance. And in that program, we work on going into your heart and learning to communicate with your angels and guides and get clear guidance from that space. And that's about it. If you want to work one-on-one with me, I also have that available. We can do spiritual and health coaching, one-off or 6-month program. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here. If you want to leave a comment and you don't know what to say, let's say long live Ladybug and her friends, because we're almost there. We're almost there. This week, I should have wonderful news for you guys. So I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.